Hey, welcome to the Geriatric Millennials. This is Jayme.
And this is Beth.
And we are two oldish, youngish ladies. Today, we are talking about items in my purse.
Yeah.
And your purse.
And my purse.
Well, and okay, everyone has to have their keys and everyone has to have their wallet. Like, we can't count those.
Yeah. No.
Those are not.
Those are non-negotiables.
Yes, non-negotiables.
What is that thing that people do? They pat themselves. They go keys, wallet, phone. Like when you're leaving the house, those are the three things you like always check for.
So we're not counting those. But I typically have several items in my purse at all times.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to share what those are. And I'm curious if there'll be any overlap or not.
I'm kind of interested too. So I carry like a Madewell bucket bag, which may not be perfectly on trend right now, but I have two of them, one black and one in like a cognac brown. And I just dump everything in there and I just keep it moving because I hate changing purses.
Yeah.
However, like in thinking about this, I was very aware of the bags that women had at the grocery store when I was shopping yesterday.
Oh.
And it was just like a lot of, everybody had a crossbody and mine does not a crossbody. It just hangs, which like no wonder I have a back problem. Secondly, like I was shamed recently for my purse. I was at the dentist office getting a cleaning and the hygienist grabbed my purse at the end of the appointment and was like, whoa. Like she made an audible
like
whoa.
Like it was heavy?
Because it was so heavy.
Oh.
When she lifted it, when she hoisted it up. And I was just
my.
like, ma'am, first of all, please don't judge.
Yeah.
Secondly, I know.
Well, so I went through a period of my life where I was trying to have the smallest purse possible because it was hurting me. It was hurting my back. It was hurting my shoulder and even crossbodies. So I have kind of fluctuated over the years from going down to a very, very small fanny pack with basically just the essentials. And what I used to do was have that like in my larger purse so I could just take that out and I would have the essentials, my phone, my keys, my wallet. But I have kind of slipped back into like carrying a purse. It is a crossbody, but now I kind of do like a seasonal change, like with the seasons, kind of like a summer,
that makes
spring,
sense.
Summer, and then like a kind of like you have a black one. You probably, I don't know if it's seasonal for you, but
sometimes
I have like I'm in my mind, like the black one would be for winter. I don't know. Cause I have like a lighter color purse that I like in the spring, summer. And then I switch to the darker one in the fall, winter. Also not huge. It can't be huge. Anyway, let's get into it. So we're kind of doing like our top 5 things, right? That's what I did in my mind. Like the things that I'm going to transfer. Yeah. Like if I need to transfer a purse.
This is what I'm taking with me.
This is what I usually have in my purse.
Yes. Yeah. So mine are in no particular order. I know sometimes you rank yours, sometimes you don't.
Mine are in no particular order except for the last one.
Okay. Well, first on my list is spray hand sanitizer.
Oh.
So years ago, a friend gave me this little bottle of the Honest brand, Jessica Alba's brand, of like, it's like this grapefruit hand sanitizer. And I got used to get it at Target and I loved it. It was like $3.99. And every time I would come into my car from being out, I would just spray it. You know, I got in the habit during, the 2020 pandemic. Yeah. But I just love it. Like, and so it's like anytime I go anywhere, I have it. I love it when I go out to dinner and I can just spray my hands if like, maybe I haven't touched anything gross, but I just always like to sanitize.
Yeah.
And then our local Target stopped carrying it. And I was like, you mother truckers.
What?
I know. I was so pissed. And thankfully a friend gave me one from Trader Joe's that was pretty good. But I literally like just in the last few days Googled the Honest brand because I thought, maybe they, got rid of them, but they're online. So I'm just like, so I can order them.
Okay,
so I'm going to order a plethora because I like to have one in my purse and a spare one in my car.
Okay. Well, that is definitely on my list. Mine wasn't specifically a spray or specifically a brand, but I'd probably enjoy the spray a little more than the gel. But I just have a little small gel one that I have in my purse, and I use it frequently because I'm a slight germaphobe, and particularly when I'm out and about, I always have to sanitize my hands after I get gas.
Oh, absolutely.
But I always have a car hand sanitizer as well. And so, that was some overlap. I have the same one. Okay, so Another one that I have, big surprise, is a lip balm.
Of course.
Well, there's always more than one.
Mm-hmm.
I think I currently have 4 in this
Wow.
small purse of mine that I'm carrying currently. But always, it is going to be an Ilia lip balm in my purse, along with several other lip balms, possibly more than one Ilia brand type. But I always have the Ilia tinted lip balm because I love it so much, and I just have to have it in my purse or fanny pack.
I mean, I have 2 chapsticks in my purse because I have a chapstick that is in like the front pouch. So when I'm driving, I can grab it. But I also have a chapstick in the coin area of my wallet because if I'm without chapstick, I might just die.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing worse to me than a dry lip. And I love classic black chapstick, or sometimes I use the blue one. I do not know the names. I only know the colors. But I love it so much. Like I have them all around my house. I have them on my desk at work, everywhere.
I feel like I have tried that in the past, and I feel like it made my lips drier.
I've heard that from some people. That has not been my situation.
Okay.
I feel like because I've used other ones before too, but they're too greasy or they have a weird taste.
Have you ever tried the Ilia?
I have one. I have a lip balm that I use. Well, it's not the exact tinted one you use, but I have one that's like their nighttime lip balm.
Oh yeah, it's very different because I have that too.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
I don't like a tinted for the most part.
Okay.
So I just like my classic. I just want clear. I don't want it to be glossy. I don't want it to be sticky. I don't want it to like smell. I don't want it to taste.
I want all those things.
Yes.
Now the lip balm this Ilia one doesn't have all of those things, but but I do love all of those things.
Yes. Okay. Another one that really, really is important to me is my mini calendar.
Oh.
So I have a pocket-ish sized calendar that I use to write all my stuff down because like so I have to have my calendar digital so I get the reminder, but I also like to have it so I can lay it out and see my week at a glance and just so I know what's going on. And it was kind of heartbreaking because like I used to get there's these little like 5-inch by like a 3-inch, just like kind of short rectangle little calendar at like TJ Maxx and Marshalls, but this was all pre-pandemic when you could get calendars. And I would get them every year. They were $3.99. They were the perfect size for a purse because they weren't too heavy, super cute. You know, like when you find that perfect calendar where it has enough space to write.
Yes.
And it's just like, it just hits
but it doesn't
all
have
the
all
boxes.
the extra stuff.
Yes. And so hit all the right notes. And then as soon as the pandemic hit, they stopped making them. That company didn't really make them. And so it was only in this last year I found one that was kind of the same, but it had like a built-in pin holder, which some people are like, oh, that's great. No, it adds weight and it like changes the shape of it. Doesn't make it as compact. And then I like to write in pencil because my plans change.
Yeah.
And so anyway, but I have to have my little mini like pocket calendar.
I used to have a small one that would fit in my purse, but now mine is too big to fit in my purse. And so I have like my purse, but then I have my work bag kind of thing, or like an additional purse that I can fit my calendar in. And part of it is because those small ones, I couldn't fit everything on them anymore that I needed to. And I don't use my digital calendar on my phone because it doesn't work for my brain has not shifted to that format. I need to see it visually, like you were saying, like I need to see the whole month.
Yep.
And I don't even I have a planner where it has like the month and then it has all the weeks with stuff that you can write down. I just rip those pages out. I don't use any of them because I don't use it for that. I literally just need the months.
I mean, I have seen your calendar, so it's pretty impressive actually.
Oh, that was a good one. Okay, so something I always have in my purse is oil blotting sheets. And that's because I have a greasy skin. I have oily skin. And so when I am out or whatever and I go to the bathroom or whatever, if I have my purse with me, I will use one to like get all the shine off my forehead because my forehead is so shiny. And I don't like reapply makeup. I don't carry like powder or whatever, but I like those little sheets because they're super compact and they totally work. And so I always have those.
Okay. I like that. This is going to age me.
Okay.
But I always have a blank check.
You do?
Yeah. For many reasons. And it's mainly because, now, again, this is kind of a holdover from back in the day when places took checks and blah, blah, blah. There was one time when I was like going through a drive-through and I was youngish. I was probably like 20 or something. And my dad was with me and I had no cash and I bought some food and it was like when they used to make you do your debit card and enter your PIN.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember my PIN. So I had to leave the fast food there and it was humiliated because I didn't have a check or any other form of payment with me. And then I went back. I don't know why. I went back like they had kept the food for me and not just thrown it out. I went back, reordered the food and then paid with a check. So since then, I'd always just kept a blank check with me.
You were traumatized?
Because I was traumatized and I was so embarrassed.
But now don't you have like cards and stuff?
I have Apple Pay now. But what I found really is good for the check is that sometimes there's kids that are doing like fundraisers and stuff and not all of them take like a Venmo or something like that. And I don't have cash, but they will take a check sometimes. So I'll just be like, oh, okay, I guess I'll give Boy Scouts of America my check.
And then whoever. Do you remember to like
Yes, I do, because I'm traumatized. Also, I use it because then it's like I have my routing number and my bank number just in case something were to happen. I don't know. It's like a holdover it's a very geriatric millennial holdover from the days pre like whatever. I mean, I've even changed to like paying like all of my, nothing comes out of a check anymore, right? Like I used to pay my rent with a check, but I've stopped that. And so, I mean, I now have a box of checks. I don't know. I have like 8,000 of them. It'll take me a lifetime to get through at this point. So anyway,
that's so funny.
I like a blank check.
Yeah.
It just, every once in a while it saved me. So now it's like my little security blanket financially to have a blank check.
Okay. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have been carrying around in my purse a Tide pen.
Oh, yeah.
And I have used it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
And so I have one in my purse. And it's great because every once in a while I need it.
Yeah.
And if it's not for me, then for whoever I'm with, it's particularly like one of my kids. And so, yeah.
I find that they last forever because I have one that I've had in my purse now for a minimally 10 years, I think.
Okay. Well, have you ever used it?
Yeah. Several times.
Okay. Well,
it's an emergency
mine don't last
one.
that long.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they don't make them like they used to because I've had to rebuy them because they dry out.
Oh, yeah. I've never had that problem. And again, it saved my life a couple times where just like came in clutch and on some situations that could have been very awkward.
Well, great. See?
Thank you, Tide Pen. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I only have one more. This one's humiliating, but it's very telling of being in my almost mid-40s.
What is it?
Pepto-Bismol. So I'm a weak stomach girly. And so oftentimes I need some Pepto-Bismol for multitude of things. And recently I discovered they're these Pepto-Bismol. They kind of are the size of a quarter and they're like little chewy melts. And so they're kind of the consistency of a gummy, but they're a little bit more chalky because it's Pepto-Bismol. But that stuff works so fast for me. And it's to the point now where like I have a Pepto-Bismol that lives in my office at work.
Mm-hmm.
I have it in my home. I have a traveling like pill bottle. And it's not even like in a cute, like, oh, I, decanted it into like a cute little pill thing. No, it's the full on 60, count of them. And I use them all the time and it saves my life and I love it. But it just makes me laugh now that like, yeah, I have to have Pepto with me at all times or bad things could happen.
Oh, goodness. Okay. So my last one, I don't know what you're going to think about this, but I have my color analysis fan.
Gosh.
I have my fan with me in my purse. And that is because I need it as a reference.
Yeah.
When I'm shopping.
Yeah.
If and when I'm shopping for whatever it might be, I have that. I can pull it out. I can check if there's color harmony. And then it helps me in making decisions whether this needs to belong to me or not. And it's a very helpful tool. And I used to not have it in my purse and then I would regret that. So now it's just there and anytime I need it, I have it.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it does.
That feels
it
feels like a lot of things.
Great.
It feels great.
Feels smart.
I want to say I have like an honorable mention.
Oh, I do too.
Okay. I have Post-it notes random scribbles
You do?
of Post-it notes
Ones
in my
that you've
purse.
already scribbled on or blank?
No, scribbled on. Like, so I'll be at work and I'll have an idea for something, either maybe for the podcast or for something. I don't know. I write it on a Post-it. I throw it in my purse. Then it's just like, I need to remember to buy this at the store. So I write it on a Post-it, throw it in my purse.
Does that work for you? Does that system work?
Sometimes, yeah. I think the best part is like when I have like my idea Post-its or like things I want to do Post-its, and they just like end up at the bottom of the purse and I find them all and I'm like, who's this lady? She's so smart. This was a great idea. That would have been so great to have gone. Like, or I'll see something on like, I'll be like browsing on social media or something, or I'll just see something like, oh, that would be fun to go to this concert or go to this or go do that thing or this community event's happening, and I'll write it on a Post-it to then put it in my calendar. But then I forget to put it in the calendar, and it's in my purse. And then it's like, I'll find him like, oh my gosh, that would have been so fun to go to. That was 2 months ago.
That's really funny. So yeah, I was curious if that system worked for you, just because I don't know how often you go through your purse. So I have a similar system, but that seems to be very geriatric of you, that you actually write it on a Post-it. That's no offense.
It is, but that's how I live my life.
I know. So I do something similar, but it's just that I text myself.
See, but a text for me, I've tried that before. It'll work if I do a reminder and it like pops up. But if I text myself, as soon as that red dot goes away, I never look at it again.
Yeah, that's
so. And then I email it to myself.
I'm not saying it really works for me, but that's just how I do.
No, I get it. It's just I feel like that's one of the things of why like I need specific things in my bag, because I will forget the things I really need unless they live in the place where I need it.
Yeah.
And I think that is something that has really taken hold as I've gotten older. It's just like I can't just on a whim be like so recently I was with a friend and we went to a concert and stuff, which was fun. I'll tell you about it sometime. It was kind of crazy. But then we went shopping at like Trader Joe's and stuff. Well, at the concerts now you can't have purses. You have to have clear bags. And I'm like, well, I'm not buying a clear anything for like one time. So I got out when it was COVID time, I had like my special COVID wallet that was like basically just a card holder. So just held like a couple cards, my license, and like a $20 bill. And I could slip it in my pockets. Because remember, you didn't want to touch anything. It was just like, don't contaminate anything anywhere. So I whipped that out and I was walking around with it and I had no purse. But still in my pocket, I had a chapstick and my keys and my my wallet and my
that all fit in your pocket.
Well, I had jeans on. But anyway, it was kind of freeing up. But at the same time, I'm like, where's my Pepto? Where's my this? Where's my that? Like, it just felt naked.
Do dudes feel like that? Like, I can't believe guys go through life without a purse. I mean, a lot of guys do have like man purses.
Like satchels and stuff.
Yeah, but I just think, wow. Like, even just my kids with their phones in their pockets, I'm like, it's like dragging your pants down, man. Like, I don't know. I think they need a man purse.
I mean, they're out there.
I know.
I just don't understand how people can just rock it with like so minimal.
I know.
Like when you were carrying your little fanny pack purses, I'm like, I couldn't because I need like.
I did not have my color fan in there. Actually, I did have my color fan in my fanny pack at some points. Mm-hmm. Okay, I have one that's purse adjacent.
Okay.
And that's because I keep it in my car.
Okay.
And I feel like that's purse adjacent. And it's also adjacent to your Pepto-Bismol. And that is antacids and heartburn medicine.
Uh-huh.
So I have to have that accessible to me. So I don't necessarily have to have it in my purse, but I need to be able to get to it quickly if and when I need it. So I have it at home and I have it in my car. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I think that's just part of being in this wonderful great age bracket that we are.
Bracket. I mean, it's a great age bracket. I'm not going to deny that. It's just a shifting age bracket. If you're enjoying the podcast and would like to support the show, you can share episodes with your friends and family, follow us on Instagram at the Geriatric Millennials, or leave us a positive review and rating, all which help us to grow. Our theme music was created by the Finley Ghost. Check out their latest album now. Thank you so much.